Hi everyone, this is Professor Muldrow, and I'm going to show you how to draw this egg symbol that you see on this PowerPoint slide by using escape sequences in Java. The first thing you have to do is open up the BlueJ development tool, and I have done that by double-clicking on the BlueJ icon on my desktop. And here is the BlueJ tool. Once you open the BlueJ tool, you must first create a project. We do that by selecting Project and clicking on New Project in the menu. You must give the project a name. I will call it Ch1Lab1. Now the second box that starts with location, I've already set a directory path to store all the files in this project. You need to set your own directory path on your computer, and you do that by clicking the Choose button. And you may pick any folder that you so desire. I'm going to leave mine as is, and then click OK. And this screen appears. Now, once you create a project in BlueJ, you must then create a class. And I will click on the New Class button to do that. And I will give this class a name. I'll also call it Ch1Lab1, and click OK. And now the box appears. Double-click on the box to open the code window. By default, a class is created with the name you selected. And then you have a curly bracket in green up here, which tells you where the class begins, and a curly bracket in green at the bottom, which tells you where the class ends. Now the things that are within those curly brackets in green, we can get rid of those. Once you do that, it's a good idea to add a single line comment to say where the class ends. Here I'll say this is the end of my class. It's not required that you do this, but it's a good idea to keep things organized. Now, within a class, you must create methods, and every class requires a method named main. That is what we will create. So I will type public static void main, and then immediately after the word main, I'll type a parenthesis. I then type in the parenthesis the word string with a capital S, square brackets after the word string, and then the word args, A-R-G-S. And I will close the parentheses, and then I will need another set of curly brackets. The class must have a set of curly brackets, and then main must have its own set of curly brackets. And here I will say this is the end of main. So whenever you create a class, there must be one set of curly brackets to begin and end the class. Those curly brackets are in green. In addition, you must also have a set of curly brackets to begin and end main. Those curly brackets are in yellow. I'm going to pause the video for just a moment, and when I come back, I will have the code in main, and I will explain how it works. All right, I've now added my code in main. The way you display any text on the screen in Java is through Java's built-in output command, which is this: system with a capital S .out .println. That's print, a lowercase letter l, and a lowercase letter n. Immediately after println, you must type parentheses, and then whatever text you want displayed must go inside quotation marks. As you can see, on the first one I have a couple of blank spaces and 7 dashes. On the next line I have a space, and then this character is a forward slash. Now you'll notice over here I have 2 backslashes. That is to indicate an escape sequence being drawn. The first backslash is what tells the compiler this is an escape sequence. The character that comes after that backslash is what actually gets drawn. So that means if you want to draw a backslash, you must type 2 backslashes right together. Similarly, on this line you see a backslash followed by a quotation mark. The first this backslash indicates it's an escape sequence. And then we draw the character that comes after the backslash, namely the quotation mark. A dash does not require you to put a backslash in front, nor does a single quote, or apostrophe if you will. Once you type in your code, you must then compile it, and you do that by clicking the Compile button, which is right here. And then Once you compile it, if you get class compiled, no syntax errors at the bottom, that means the compiler is happy, there are no errors. You may now run or execute your program. You run or execute your program by going back to the box, right-click on the box, and then select Void Main from the menu. And when this window comes up, you click OK. And here is your output. There is your cracked egg. If you have any questions, please feel free to watch this video again. You may also send me an email at kmuldrow@lbcc.edu.